There are currently 3.8 billion women and 3.9 billion men living on planet Earth. Imagine that at one point all but one man disappears. For most men, this sounds like a dream, and we will find out if it is so in this clip. Hello guys, and welcome to Facting. Make sure you're subscribed and click that notification bell button. Also, don't forget to like our video. Now, let's get to the video. The alarm rings, you get out of bed, you make yourself some coffee, you turn on the TV, and then you find out that all men except you are gone. At the same moment, you pick up the phone and call your friends, but none of them answer. You go back to bed because you think it's all a dream, but soon you realize it's all real. What happens next? Suppose that after this event, the women were successful at managing and that they successfully replaced men in all fields. What would happen if they found out that you exist and that you're a man? Simply put, you would become a slave and your duty would be to restore to mankind. Simply put, you would become a slave and your duty would then be to restore mankind. Your desires and freedom would then disappear in the hope that you will be the one to save the human race. If you were smart, you would report yourself to the authorities that now run women. Otherwise, you would be tortured and used. Women would fight around you in the hope that you would be with one of them. Of course, some of the women would like to kill you to put an end to humanity, so it would be best for you to be under the protection of the authorities. A few days after you reported to the authorities, they would present you with a plan in which you would play the role of a savior. You would probably be successful in that task. Many boys would be born who would, when they grow up, have the same task as you. After the third generation, the number of men and women on Earth would be stabilized. But what would your first few years look like? You would be in custody, and you would have been taken care of to improve your fertility and raise your testosterone levels. Whatever you want, you would have. You would be the most desirable man, but you probably wouldn't sleep with a bunch of women like you imagined, because sex would be considered an expense, so you would hang out more with and every sperm you produce would be owned by the state. The state that owned you would become an economic force and is very likely to go to war for you. All of this would probably happen if you were the only man alive. Now, I would like to ask you a question and you can write the answer in the comments. How many sperms do you think the average man produces during one ejaculation? Now, let's get back to the video. To make this a whole scenario with the disappearance of a man, let's look at it from a woman's perspective. On the application, TikTok, one girl asked the question what would the girls do if men disappeared for 24 hours. And their answers will surprise you. I would make a big picnic with my friends and we would fall asleep watching the stars. I would wear what I want when I go out without any fear. I would ride a bike with my best friend at night without our male friends who are otherwise always there to protect us when we go somewhere on a Saturday night, and I would wear what I want. I would turn up the music and wear both headphones and would wear a miniskirt and a short top and walk streets late at night. I would dance at 3 in the morning without a fear for my own life. Some men who were bothered by this also commented and attached their answers on Twitter. My problem with this post is that they blame men for all the problems and women are encouraged not to learn how to defend themselves. I'm sorry, but there will always be men and women who want to hurt you. Learn to defend yourself, a man wrote on Twitter. Here's what offends me. This question should be said like this: what would you do if there were no evil men? I am no danger to women and I do not want to be placed in the same category as those who are added another. Some have sided with women though. Many losers here say learn to defend yourself. Carry a gun and guns like that. I can tell you that as a man, I never cared about these things. I turn up my music and I wear both headphones and I don't have to worry about anything. One man even said. The irony is that the men who comment here show why many women believe the world would be better without them. No man in the world lives in a fear that a woman will drag him behind a dumpster because they wear provocative clothes. I live in fear of men and their lack of self-control. Tell me in the comment sections, do you agree with this? I would love to hear your opinion on this topic. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next clip. Bye!